Good wishes, dear students. In our part 4, I have given you question number 2. In that, two subparts were there, A and B, which was formal letter and informal letter. Now, in this part, we will discuss about the formats of formal letter and informal letters. Here, in A subpart, which was formal letter of writing a letter to the commissioner of the municipal corporation complaining about the street light condition, the question which I have given you. Here we will start with the address to the sender. Here this formal letter format is box type format, which is recommended by the board. We will write the address here, left hand corner. 7, I am just giving you example, 7 Kailash apartment, Vasant Colony, Delhi. Now here, after every line, I am inserting commas over here. Okay? But that is not very necessary. If you don't want to put any punctuation mark, then don't put any punctuation mark in any line of the address. But if you are inserting any punctuation mark in any of the line, then you have to insert punctuation mark, means you have to follow all the punctuation marks in every line. So it depends upon you. After that, skipping one line, date will be there, 20th May, 2020. Now here TH, like 23rd, RD, all will be written on the line, not above. This is the latest time. Suppose here 20th I have written. Now this is on the line, 20th May, then comma, and 2020, that is here. After that, skipping one line, subject. Subject will be complaint letter regarding non-function of street lights. Now here we have to focus that subject, which is the heading of the letter, should be treated as heading of the subject only, and every first letter will be written in with capital letters. Okay, only helping verbs like this will not be written with capital letter, otherwise every first letter of the subject will be capital, start with capital letters. Like here, all the first letters are capital letters. After that, skipping one line, respected sir oblique madam, because we are not confirmed of the gender to whom we are sending, that commissioner is a male or female, so that we have written oblique. But where you are confirmed that the person to whom you are writing male or female, then you can use only one salutation, that is sir or madam. Okay. After that, you can start body of the letter. Body of the letter will be about the subject, what you are complaining. You have to focus about the content which is particular for that subject only. Don't write any other stories, but you have to focus on your subject, because writing formal letters you have to focus that don't write anything unnecessary, because the person who will read that letter, he is of the official grade, has not very much time to read the all of your story. So write only particular things which are necessary in that. Okay, so body of letter will be written. After that, then you have to end with thanksgiving, like thanking you. And then skipping one line, you can write yours sincerely, yours faithfully, yours obediently, whichever is suitable, but never put apostrophe s in yours. Generally students do this mistake. So don't put apostrophe in yours, apostrophe s in yours. Just write simply yours sincerely, and then your name. You can write your contact number also if necessary according to the subject of the letter, that is formal letter. Now you have to focus on one more thing, that in box type letter everything is written on the left side and with the same line. As you are typing in the computer, as you will put the enter key, cursor will automatically come on the left hand side. In the same way you have to write this letter in a box type format. Box type format, that is everything comes under left hand and within the same line. Okay, when you are entering any paragraph, then also you don't have to skip 2 or 3 word space, but you have to start your paragraph from here only. Understood? Within the same line. So this is the format of formal letter. In informal letter, there is no specified writing spaces. You can skip address of the person to whom you are sending the letter. Date could be written in informal letter. Subject you don't have to write in informal letter, like which I have given you in part 4, the example. Like you have to reply your grandmother who is asking about your welfare, that what is the condition of your town due to heavy rain. So in that letter I am telling you, you can write the date. Subject is not needed in informal letters, so don't write subject. This salutation is not required, respected sir, respected ma'am. You can write my loving grandmother, my loving father, in this way. And then you can start the body of the letter. Words could be informal. In formal letter, words which you are writing means the content which is there in the box in the formal letter should be very formal, should be of great respect. But in informal, you can write a familiar words in the content of the body of the letter. Then thanking you is not required because it is informal letter when you are writing to your friends or relatives. And you can write your loving son, your loving grandson, in this way you can end, and your name. But in informal letters also, everything will be on the left hand side. Date and everything will be on the left hand side. That is the box type format. Traditional format which we were using earlier, that is also not wrong, but it is recommended by the board that you have to use only box type format, which will fetch you good number. And this question carries, as I have told you, 10 numbers. And you have to fix upon the time limit also, as I am telling you in every question how much time you have to spend. Like in first question I have already told you that maximum 30 to 35 minutes you can spend in question 1, that is the composition writing. And in this question number 2, in which you have to select one of the following, which is a choice type question for among the formal and informal letter, you can spend maximum 20 minutes in this question and you can easily gain 10 number. Okay, you have to be very cautious while writing letters about the format and your sentences. It should be grammatically correct, not in a jargon style you have to write, but words should be simple and understandable. Now these 2 questions I have explained you. In my next part I will explain you 3rd question. In question number 2, one more thing I must tell you, that nowadays email writing are also coming. So in my next part I will tell you how to write email also. Okay students? Then notice writing. So these 2 things are there. which could come in your examination, email writing and notice writing, which I will tell you in my next part. Okay, thank you students.